I got. What'd you say, y'all? Y'all said I can't cuss in the first 30 seconds?
From 30 to 60.
All right, so give me a second, bro. I'm gonna wait to 1 minute because I see you, Day. I see you, Brody. All right.
Oh yeah, he rocking the OKC
Yeah.
hoodie.
The
Let's go.
OKC. I'm watching these Pistons get dumped on right now behind me.
Man,
Bro, they about to go out on the game 7 like that?
don't
Bro,
nobody care about no Eastern.
they
Bro,
getting, bro, they getting
they karate dumped
getting
on, bro.
that belt, bro. They getting that
It
Cavs
is
belt.
ridiculous. All right, there we go. Can I stand out here? Bro, wait. I can put my hydraulics up. Yeah. MVP, the one and only. Shut up to everybody else. We have 49 seconds. I can't wait. Hey, make sure y'all like the live stream. And we appreciate everybody in here. I'm getting blocked off because I'm paying for the free version of StreamYard. So it's like blocking my head. But don't judge me. Don't judge me. We in this thing. Okay. So we good. We good. I might as well turn this game off behind me, huh? Hey, Google, power off. See, I just tried to flex and it didn't do it. Give me a second. Hey, Google, power off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got nothing like that. Y'all ain't got nothing like that.
Yeah,
Hey, let's
so
just
they don't listen to you.
open this up. What's good, Crew Nation? You already know who it is, what it is, and what we do, baby. It is your boy Jay. That is Chris, and our residential cousin Day Day is in the building. Yeah, y'all know what it is, man. We did not come here to play. And speaking of Day Day, bruh, the official Last Friday is in the works. Is that what we're hearing by mixtapes? What live mixtapes, right? They have said that the official Last Friday movie is in the works. I'm not excited about this, and I'll tell you why I'm not excited about this. I'm not excited about this because this is what they've been saying for the past 20 years. This is what they've been saying for the past 10 years. This is what they've been saying for the past 5 years. And now that we've gotten AI, it's really gotten out of hand. So I cannot call myself being excited about this. Until Cube come out and says it himself, bro, I can't say nothing. I'm not excited. Nah, nope. Not me.
This is
You want
this
something too, old man?
is
No, not me.
this is this
Not
is
at all.
folklore, fan fiction, not
You
real.
know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We can't believe
Fairy
this.
tale. Need I say more?
We can't believe this.
You
Come
know,
on, bro.
fantasy, sci-fi, like
Yeah. Whatever science
yeah,
fiction,
science
science,
fiction,
whatever you want
yeah,
to think about.
whatever.
Come on, Day. You should know. You should know what is Cube been saying, bro. What that
I'm
nigga Cube
excited,
saying?
man. All I know is that the creator of the Boondocks, alongside with the Cube Vision, in conjunction with the
With
Cube
DJ
Vision.
Pooh?
Nah, they ain't saying nothing about DJ Pooh. I don't know if DJ Pooh is involved in this one yet, as of yet. But
Yeah.
so far, the details have been released that the creator of the Boondocks, like I said, alongside Cube, they will be co-collaborating with each other to go ahead and make this reboot possible. Because at this point, it is a reboot. Because I mean, they say the storyline is just them, experiencing a gentrified neighborhood. I guess so. I
I mean,
guess
is that something to be excited? I hope that's not the
that's
story
what I'm saying.
plot.
I guess we just can't really
I mean,
expect to be at the
I
end.
hope it's not the
Yeah,
story plot.
yeah.
I
You're right.
mean,
Let's not hold our breath.
hold on. To be fair, the story plot of the original Friday wasn't nothing but about a typical Friday. And we all know that niggas normally look to the weekend, right? For whatever, you ain't gotta have nothing going on, but as long as the weekend is coming, you're going to try and figure something out. So I can't say that the story plot is weak because when I think about it, that's a weak story plot. Hey, y'all, it's Friday, and we just gonna count how many ways that our day or our week can get fucked up based off of what happened on Friday. And you know what? It was so fucked up last time. We're gonna do it another Friday. And guess what? The next Friday after that, we're gonna do it again. So
Hey, my question is this: according to all the Fridays thus far, were they all eat like back to back weeks according to the storyline? Like, do y'all know if it
I
was
mean,
like
I don't know
every
for
week
sure,
was
but
bam, bam, bam
isn't that the theory?
up to
Isn't that the
Christmas,
theory?
leading up to
Friday?
Christmas?
I
So that
thought
means this
that that's
started.
how it was
This had
until
to start in the
Christmas.
beginning of December, right? It had to
Yeah,
start at the beginning of December, or at least second week. What'd you say,
yeah.
Chris?
I thought like Christmas is like way fast forward, but Friday and next Friday is back to back.
I mean, but they call it Friday next Friday and Friday after next. That's what they call
Friday
it.
after next as a play on words, but
I
it's
mean,
the
is
Friday
it?
after the next Friday. But because when you fast forward, well, when you go into Friday after next, you got to understand Craig and Day Day have been living together for a while. This is the rent money, like so. Friday after next is fast forward, and the pops and Uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they did that all in the weekend, bro. They
They
had
did
the
what? They got what? They got a barbecue. They
they got the
started a
barbecue
barbecue
joint and
joint
all
in
of
the
that all in the
weekend.
weekend. That's the
That's what I'm
magic of
saying.
Fridays.
All of
That
that
is
was
the
like what
magic.
back to back weeks, like 3 weeks in a row
Uh,
lined up right to Christmas.
that's fast. That's
Bro,
fast
if you
forward,
getting
bro.
into that much shit in 3 weeks, back to back, bro, you need to move.
Man, they
That's
You
did
need to
move.
move.
That's the thing. They moved 3 different times, bro. It was 3 different houses, bro.
That is
bro.
It
ridiculous.
was not the
But
same house.
but the thing is, the beauty of this is, right, is we talking
Mhm.
about it being in California, right? LA. And if you know anything about LA, they don't really get winters. So technically, while it did look like the summertime, or while it did look like sometime that wasn't Christmas until Christmas came, you really can tie all those together. You really can tie all those together. Speaking of Friday after next, and we're talking about Cat Williams, because we know that that's really when he blew up. Money Mike really took off. In that, did y'all see him squash his beef with Kev Hart?
Yeah, it was scripted.
Was it so? You don't believe that they
I
really
mean,
squashed it?
this is
No.
all scripted entertainment,
Why do y'all not believe?
Yeah.
See, I ran across a bunch of those, and I don't want to be that person. I didn't want to believe that it really was scripted, or that it was just something that they was trying to do. But bro, the internet detectives are out there, and everybody said that this was not real. So y'all are riding with that this was not real.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What makes y'all say that? Come on, man. These are grown men, damn near in their 50s. Why would they not squash this beef? We're not talking about 50 Cent and Ja Rule.
Yeah, I don't think it's real beef. I just think that
Oh, you think it's scripted
this.
beef?
So what I think is what there might be a little something there. I know I've seen Kevin Hart call out Cat Williams on the Breakfast Club. Um, but and then obviously we saw what Cat Williams did on Club Shay
On
Shay.
Club Shay Shay,
You
literally
know
the
that.
most watched interview
Yeah,
that Shay has had, bro.
right. That went crazy. I think
Yeah,
money talks, you know what I'm saying? And I know that Cat Williams has a couple specials on Netflix, and I feel like that's probably the hand of Netflix, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like maybe even Kevin
the
Hart
hand
a
of
little
Netflix.
bit.
So
I
you
feel
feel like
like
that they
even
intervened? You felt like
yeah,
Netflix was like, "Yo, this will be a huge situation." Like,
yeah.
woo doo
They
woo.
booked
I mean
Cat Williams for that.
You
the
think they
shock
pulled a Mona
value is
Scott, bro?
there.
You think they pulled a
The,
Mona Scott from Love and Hip Hop? You think that's
I
what they did?
mean, I mean, nah, the shock value is there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hey, is it now? You have Kevin. Now you have Cat Williams, who's publicly called out Kevin Hart and sell out this, and they chose that, and Hollywood chose, and you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
He's a
obviously
plant.
for a
He called him an
roast.
industry plant, bro.
Yeah, for a roast, like you don't think to see somebody like that who called out Kevin Hart with some of the things that Cat Williams has said, you would not expect to see him at that roast of Kevin Hart. So, I mean, I feel like it was a big thing for Netflix to do in conjunction with Kevin Hart, and I'm sure that money talks at the end of the day. So,
What you got, Day?
Man, I agree with Chris when he said that Netflix had a hand in it, because I feel like they pretty much booked Cat Williams to be there, because, like Chris said, they have a history with it. Was a Netflix event. It was thrown by Netflix, originated, created all of that by Netflix. That was their platform. They put a whole lot into that roast, but in
Yeah.
the moment of that being some could say it was probably The Rock still in the show, but that was the big moment of the entire roast
Nah,
where
I
Cat
mean, to
Williams
us,
came
that
out.
was, yeah, that was in fact a big moment. But
I think it was
I
just
mean,
because of the jokes he said, where he said your daddy was a crackhead. He
but
was
we know
showing
that.
pictures of his
We
daddy,
know.
but he showed the pictures though, bro. That's the funny part. Like, look at my
But here's,
daddy and look at your daddy.
Hey, that's fucked up, bro.
Bro,
But look,
crazy, bro.
but look, here's my thing though. Again, we're talking about people in their 50s, bro. I mean, we all know that Ja Rule and 50 is gonna take it to the grave. There is no world where they will ever
That's
squash
50
their
Cent's
beef.
fault. That's 50
So
Cent's fault.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
That's
I
because
mean,
50 Cent wouldn't want to. He doesn't squash any beefs, bro. That's 50 Cent's problem. If we talking about 50 Cent and comparing,
yeah,
he's just different, bro. 50 Cent's just different.
he's totally raised. But you gotta change, bro. And the
Yeah, you
problem
do.
with 50 is the fact he's making so much money. So he has no reason to squash any beefs. Like there is nothing that adding you back into my life or creating a world where you are a part of my life where it can change or make anything better for me.
You just gotta
There's no
assume
world.
that when you beef with 50, you got a lifelong like beef partner, like
That's
with
just
50 Cent.
ridiculous,
Like
bro.
you just
Why?
gotta assume
Again,
that
he's 50.
like
Like
you
not the name, but the age. He's
like
50, bro.
if you're in a beef with 50 Cent, you're in this for the long haul. Just
Cardi B
get
made that
ready.
famous.
Strap yourself in, pal. Get ready because you're in this for the long haul.
Hey, Cardi B made
So,
that famous. She said, when you got beef with me, you got beef forever. You know what I'm
bro.
saying? So it's just kind of one of them things, man. But I want to believe that the Cat Williams and Kevin Hart thing is. I mean, it doesn't affect me either way. Like, if we being honest, I guess I could really care less whether or not they get it together. But you know, when we talk about us and we talk about black people and different, this is what they want. That's why Netflix was so cool with putting them both on there. Because at the end of the day, why would you invite Kevin Hart? Were you really? I mean, why would you invite Cat Williams? Were you really in the mindset of, hey, this could be a beautiful moment for them to try and squash the beef? Or were you like, well, look, this is a roast. Nothing is off limits. So I know that if I get a Cat Williams who does not have a filter, who will tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help him God, this man is going to give raw and unfiltered jokes on here, and our ratings are going to go through the roof. Y'all think it was more along those lines?
Yeah,
I agree with
absolutely.
both. I
Okay.
agree with both for
All right.
sure.
Yeah, I
It
don't know,
was
man. I
definitely
just,
both.
like I said, bro, I would just kind of hope that when we talk about Cat Williams and Kevin Hart, who have given the black community lots of laughs. I mean, just imagine Eddie Murphy and who would be along it? Cedric the Entertainer still beefing. Like that don't make any sense to me.
But nah, with Cat Williams tied to it, that's a big thing because if we look back at the past couple of years with the track record that Cat Williams has been on with just interviews alone, that's a big thing to have Cat Williams
But he
attached
can
to
say that he was
a
never going to wear
beef.
a dress. That's a problem. I mean, that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Like that's an okay stance to have.
Oh yeah. But if we're talking beef though, Cat Williams, his name being associated and tied to any type of beef, whether it be creating a new one or closing an old one, that's a big deal in the headlines. Like
That's
Shannon Sharp
something
showed that.
that follows drama, like tends to follow Cat, and it gets
Mm-hmm.
sensationalized in the media
Yeah.
because he's historically been known to have personal issues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think that that has caused a lot of people to play it safe as it pertains to Cat. Now, I think that Netflix has consistently taken chances on Cat, and like I said, he's had a couple specials on there, and I know Cat has pretty much or Netflix has pretty much made a market for comedians, and so they feel like that they're the platform for stand-up comedy these days, I guess for some reason. But I mean, to me, it all makes sense that he's a part of this on request of Netflix. And yeah, maybe it's Netflix's pitch, and maybe Kevin Hart is like, "Yeah, that sounds good." I,
So you think
I think
Kevin knew?
Kevin Hart
He
is
definitely
about the
knew.
money, bro. Kevin
Yeah.
Hart is about the
Nah,
money,
that's
and
what
if
Cat Williams said. Cat
I,
Williams said they offered him a check, and that's why he came.
I mean,
I believe that.
I mean, it makes sense for all parties then
Definitely.
it just makes sense for
But
all parties.
don't fake a moment. Don't fake a moment because we, as I hate to make it like this and like I'm the old head, but we as a black community, we as black people, we don't need a fake moment. Like these are things that we champion because it's always crabs in a barrel with us. So when we get moments like this, we like these moments. We want these moments to actually happen. And you can't fake script like that's fucked up. Why would we fake script that? If they ain't really rocking with each other, let that be and go about your business. It's not like Cat can't do another special to boost y'all ratings again. We're going to watch it. Kevin Hart the same way. Come on, bro.
You think they just you can't get together for? I mean, for one, I think that in the way that it's done, I feel like that it was done with great comedic expression if from start to finish when you got Kat saying um something along the lines they couldn't find nobody so they started inviting your enemies like
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
straight out the gate
Straight out the
with
gate.
it. I
Yeah.
feel like its comedic timing was perfect. That throws out the elephant in the room automatically. I know everybody is wondering why I'm here, and then he's right to it. And then not only that, but also doubling down on some of the things that he has said
Yeah.
in
Yeah. He
interviews.
didn't
So
change it. Yeah, he didn't
I
change
feel
it.
like it was comedically clever. His roast,
Great comedic timing.
yeah. As it
Yeah. He
pertains, and I
said,
feel like
what he say? He
I
said, and
feel
that's
like
something you don't know. No, he said that's called a punchline. Something you don't know nothing about. I'm like, oh, but the thing
yeah.
is, I don't know what they call it, but Kevin Hart he's like not a method actor, but he does physical comedy a lot. His physical jokes are his like niche. The yelling, oh my god, and the hands and the moving around and the, you know what I'm saying? And
He's real performing it.
yeah, and Cat is more punchlines. He's gonna hit you with great punchline. Like if I had to have somebody, they always had them listening. Like, hey, if you was in a roast and you trying to rag on people going back and forth, who would you choose? Cat Williams is always in that list. Martin Lawrence is always in that list for me. And then that third one is always a toss up. But them two right there, I know is gonna get in your ass. Pause. Like they're not gonna stop. They're going to go and go and they're the Energizer Bunny. They're going to go and go and go and go until you cry. That's what I need when I'm on the bus at 6 o'clock in the morning and we headed to school. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Did y'all get a chance to catch what's going on with that Julio Fulio case, bro? How they sentenced
Yeah, I
them
Mm.
boys to
did.
murders, bro?
Yeah.
I
Hey,
did.
watching them basically be sentenced to life in prison, and they start breaking down their tears. First of all, I was like, what you crying now for? That was the first thing, right? Because, come on, bro. Like, what did you think? What did you think was going to happen? Like, you thought you were going to get off? But I'm going to tell you the part that shook me to the core and that makes me want to safeguard my child, my oldest son, even more and make sure that I am teaching him the right ways. Do you know that Warden got up there and happily expressed why these guys, or specifically one of them, should not be sentenced to the death penalty? When bro got up there, he was like, he's a young man, he's healthy, and we're gonna get a lot of man, that word fucked me up. A lot of sweat equity out of him. To the point they said, what does it look like? He said, it looks like soon as he gets in, he's gonna have an inmate number. And when he leaves in a body bag, it wasn't no if he leaves, it wasn't no and however he leaves. It was when he leaves in a body bag, he will have an inmate number. And I don't know, I've never looked at life in prison in a way like I did after hearing that, man. And I
Yeah.
don't know. Do y'all think there should be some sort of mercy on these guys? Or I mean, I don't know what that beef was really about. I don't know how they really got into it. I'm sure it was the money that somebody decided to pay them. But come on, man, these kids, bro, we have to preach to these young men, bro. Like,
I
you gotta
mean,
pay attention to what you're doing, bro. All that music that you listening to, they don't care about you.
I
Come on,
mean,
man.
these days, it's not a smart thing. Nor has it ever really been. But these days, especially, it's just really not a smart thing to try and get rid of a high profile rapper
Yeah, yeah,
by taking his life.
Yeah.
it's really not a smart thing to do. I
Because they're
mean,
already watching the rappers.
they're
They're
already
already
watching.
watching the rappers.
So and then especially the whole thing with Fulio. This was all street beef going back and forth.
Yeah.
Fulio dissing people, whatever the case may be, and this is how a lot of how a lot of these things start. And so yeah, a lot of times it's a back and forth until you know wrong place, wrong time type thing, or the people that set them up catch them, at the right time. So it's a crazy thing what we see, and it's a continuous thing that is happening among drill culture and drill rap these days. But yeah, no, life gone on all sides.
On all
Fulio is
sides.
obviously not here. And then you got the three men who are obviously going to face life in prison. You got the young girl, I believe, that's going to face 15 or 20 years or something, which people have feelings about that.
Yeah, bro.
If that's if I'm correct. But yeah, they was talking about the one specific guy that warden was talking about, Sweat Equity, and how how he's an inmate number, and that's all he is now.
That's all he is.
And I
That's
mean,
crazy,
it
bro.
gets no realer than that. And
Yeah.
this dude apparently, I guess, came from a good background and a good household. And so it's crazy how you can allow somebody
Influence.
to influence you
Yeah, bro.
to
Yeah.
want to be a part of something like that and throw your whole entire life away.
Bro, I
And
coach a
yeah.
basketball team, and one of my players, he was just messing around, but he was like, and that's on Vine. That's on Vine. And I was like, bro, you like Vine? He was like, yeah. And I was like, bro, but he died. He dead. And he was like, yeah, but he was one of the realest ones. I said he was so real that he died in the life that he wanted to rap about. You know what I'm saying? I know of other players or former players or whatever you want to call it, who's going through instances right now where their life has caught up with them. And bro, it just sucks. It really, really sucks. Because they're influenced. That's the reason why D1 can yell on the stage and say, how many of y'all like when rappers get murdered? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he been saying that. He been
Hey,
saying that.
he said that on Rolling Loud, bro. It's a whole
And
meme now. I hate that it's a meme.
it's
But
it's
but
bro.
he's trying to really speak to the fact that, and I told y'all this. He said that the reason why he became a school teacher because he realized he didn't have the young people's ear. He didn't have it, but somebody like an NBA young boy, somebody like a Julio Fulio, Dirt, Vaughn has the ear of these kids. That's the ones that they listen to, the ones that they pay attention to. We all went through it. You know what I'm saying? Rappers, you pay attention to them. They show us how to get girls and how to move and how to be cool and how to do like that. Unfortunately, they do. Dede, what you got, bro?
Man, it's everything y'all pretty much said, but it's the fact that what do you think you're gonna get out of running down on somebody and just murdering them, ending their life, when all they did was just entertain? You took the entertainment that deep and personal that you felt like you had to go in their life because you inserted yourself. Really, it was just down to somebody inserting themselves in something that had nothing to do with them
But it's street culture, bro.
and
That's
trying to
cold. That's
pretend.
street code.
But then also it's like, yeah, that's the street, because I feel like the worst part in that, what you're saying about street culture, is that you have people around you that don't talk you out of these ideas that you come up with, instead of
Yeah.
like, oh man, when you come up to if I came up to y'all and I said, hey y'all, man, such and such is talking about Lecrae. Let's go knock them off. Let's
Yeah.
go in their life.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I'm saying?
crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
crazy.
what kind of family members are y'all if y'all be like, yeah, man, it's a good idea. Let's go do it.
Bro,
Let's
you
get
our cousin,
together.
bro. You
Let's
our
go
cousin, bro.
shop. Let's go
We
buy
gotta jump.
black outfits. Really, let's just
Yeah.
go in the closet where we got the clothes already. Let's go buy
Right.
everything. Let's not even just buy anything. Let's just use what we already don't
Yeah, use what
have, and
you're right.
then commit a sloppy murder to where we done got caught.
Yeah.
People are telling on each other. Everybody pointing a finger like they in charge of this.
Over something that really didn't have anything to do with us.
Come on now, and the
Yeah.
common sense should tell you, like,
Yeah.
you're
But
not
who bears
gonna
that
get off of that. You're
responsibility?
not gonna get away.
The individual bears the responsibility for allowing it to get there, but do the rappers bear some responsibility for pushing this poison to the community,
No.
to the youth. I mean, a
No.
lot of people will say, you know,
No.
they look back at NWA and they, you know, NWA always said what? Hey, look, we just rapping about what we look out our windows and see every day. Like this is real life of what we're living. This is an expression. This is how we get it out without going to have to go do all of this stuff that we're talking about, right? And we're talking about shit like fuck the police, and they was really at odds with the government, right? But when you talk about YoungBoy and you talk about Fulio and you talk about Dirt and you talk about these drill rappers, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I love drill music. At a moment, that was one of my favorite genres of music, bro. Like for real. But I was old enough and mature enough to understand that it's purely entertainment. Or at least that's all I'm taking it as.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you have these kids 12, 13, 14, all the way up to 21, 25. Like, nah, nigga, this is what we about. This is how we live. They're speaking my language. Why did we get so ingratiated when it came to 116? Because it was niggas that looked like us, that talked like us, that came from the same hoods that we came from, but they were Christian like we were, and we figured that they understood what we were going through. They understood the things that we were dealing with better than a Toby Mac, unfortunately. Better than, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I think that the popularity of drill rap comes from people who are not in that lifestyle, who get a live documentation on what's going on in real
They're
time
becoming
with
infatuated with that
real
lifestyle.
life beefs.
Yeah.
Because when we get into King Von and everybody, you know, the Chicago drill rap scene and
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
um
what is it? FBG Duck and
all these
different.
different
Yeah.
blocks battling each other.
Yep.
When we get into that, a lot of these kids at the time that were taking each other's lives were releasing music as all these current deaths were happening, documenting what was going on. And you know, a great documentary piece by Trap Ross on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The let's see, the gang wars in Chicago, when he's going over the gang wars in Chicago, and it's really sad to kind of see like how that is. But yeah, it you know, pretty much that drill scene is a live documentation on what's going on, and so people get tremendously invested. And not only that, these record companies are putting
Yeah,
major
putting millions
money
of dollars
behind
into it.
these
Yeah.
artists because they see that people are so invested with
Well,
this
when you
real
got
life
somebody like a DJ
documentation of
Academics who
street
literally
beats.
made a career, you know what I'm saying? DJ Academics literally made a career off of documenting Chirac. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm with you, bro.
it was the whole war. Kids and kids, they were all kids just
Yeah.
taking each other's lives back and
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah.
Um, and you know, it's crazy that King Von, the way his life was taken, wasn't even from somebody as or connection as it pertains to those wars in
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, which is even crazier. But yeah, man.
That's why, I mean,
Rest in peace to everybody, man. Because I mean,
yeah,
it's crazy,
it's a lot. But
and it
that's the
only
reason
goes
why,
one way.
well, that's the reason why Christian hip hop is such a big, that's why it matters so much, bro. That is why it matters so much, because you can get your beats, you can get your sound, you can get all of that. You know what I'm saying? And still be able to, you know, we're pushing a different message. You know what I'm saying? We're pushing a whole different message. We're feeding you what needs to be fed, and we're trying to help you change your life. There's a lot of people out there that speak formally from the streets, right? We know Thizzle's story, and I know there's other people, but I love bringing up Thizzle. You know, someone who was for all intents and purposes, an active gang member. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about Seven. You know what I'm saying? Who used to bang, turned his life around, and really started preaching to the streets. I know that there are many people like this, bro. But that is what we need when we talk about, you know, that's the reason why Christian hip hop is such a big thing, man. But look, hey, ladies and gentlemen, in the building, we got Red Man. So y'all know what time it is. It's time to talk about the defending champs, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They got a tough one coming up, guys. They got a tough one coming up. But the first thing that I want to start with is the resident back-to-back MVP, Shea Butter, baby. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was just announced the back-to-back MVP. A lot of people are crying their tears, saying that he is the greatest free throw shooter in the game ever to ever play this game. But look, use the rules and bend them to your advantage. This is the whole reason why James Harden became the MVP, because he had a year where he utilized those rules to his advantage. Now everybody started doing the step back. He started drawing fouls and getting to the line. That's what made his scoring go up into it. But yeah, man, Shea going back to back. Shea going back to back. Chris, what you got?
Hey, you bring up James Harden. James Harden,
A former Thunder, by the way.
Is he a former Thunder? But
Former
James
Thunder,
Harden,
by the way.
hey, it didn't get like this for him. You want to know why? Because Shea actually has a ring, and that's a back-to-back MVP for you. That's number one and number two.
I like that.
Not to mention, James Harden better be so lucky and thanking God right now, because he's actually getting saved and bailed out by his supporting cast.
Calm down.
In the
Calm
Cleveland
down.
Cavaliers.
Not too much. He showed up. He showed up in game 5. He showed up in game 6. And if I'm not mistaken, he's showing up right now in game 7.
I don't even want to get into that stat lineup that he got going tonight. His team is showing up. His team is showing up. I'm gonna make this about Shea. Listen, bro. The things that Shea is doing is legendary.
125 to 94, by the way. They going 125-94, bro. He made it to the conference finals.
Yeah,
just to throw that out there, he made it to the conference finals.
I mean, they was killing them the whole game. I knew that they was running. I mean, the Pistons did not show up to fight whatsoever. Jones just throwing up bricks, clanks, all dang game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, man, I'm happy. I'm excited. It's national.
James Harden had 9 points and he was 2 for 10, 0 for 6 from 3 and 5 for 8 from
bro. Your average game 7 James Harden. He didn't do nothing to get them there. He didn't do nothing. He did absolutely nothing.
Bro, hold on.
There, bro.
Hold on.
Like, come on now. A game 7 James Harden. Like I said,
that's bad, bro.
He better,
my goodness.
He better be thanking God that he got traded to that dang team, bro.
Wow.
Because we know if he was with the Clippers, bro, we know he'd be on the beach right now. Yeah. So I'm just saying, bro, he should be thanking.
Yeah, bro.
He should be grateful, bro.
Ooh,
but yeah, man, I'm happy. It's National Coke Day, and I'm loving the tears. I'm seeing all the tears online. Yeah. People upset and crying because SGA got another well-deserved MVP. And I'm chilling. I'm happy. I mean, who else was supposed to get it over SGA?
Wemby. They saying it was supposed to be Wemby.
Man, please, bro. Wemby, who just started entering in the conversation a couple months ago because they ended the season
15 games left. That's when he entered in.
I mean, they ended the season well. That's the only reason why people was hyping him up. And he didn't have his numbers ain't Shea's. His numbers ain't even Jokic, honestly. And I don't even think that Jokic was a close second to Shea.
Yeah,
but Wemby wasn't even second. I'll give him a third, maybe a third. Actually, I probably wouldn't even put him over Luka. Not this year. I mean,
Luka ended the season hurt, bro. Like, he slipped. But what he did prior to that, I hear you. Or Cade. Would you put him over Cade? I would say Cade would have been close. Number one.
Wemby over Cade?
No, Cade over Wemby.
That might be more.
Cade over Wemby.
Cade over Wemby?
Yeah, because Cade led them to the 1 seed. He was hooping.
Honestly, I'm almost putting either tying or even putting Cade over Wemby.
Yeah, I'm with
People hyped up what Wemby did a lot because of what was going on towards the end of the season. I really think he kind of got into his bag, especially defensively towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
But this MVP stretches over the course over a whole season, not just a month. I mean, for Luka fans, if you're talking about the month of March, Luka, you know, because March Luka was crazy. March Luka was insane. March Luka was the GOAT, apparently, I guess.
But what about Thunder Luka? What about that nigga that showed up when we play him? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, exactly.
He don't show up.
Exactly. Yeah. Where is Luka?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, bro. But I
Daddy,
get
what
all
you
that,
got,
bro.
man? Back to back MVP. Shea Gilgis Alexander. I see you with your Thunder merch on, man. Hey, look, y'all know what it is. What it say? MVP. Y'all know what it is,
Yes,
baby. I did not come to play. I'm ready to talk all my shit. Go, Dave. What you got?
man, bro. You could just feel the pride. That pride right there that runs through our veins
Yeah,
of
man.
true
Yeah,
Oklahomans. We live in
yeah.
Oklahoma. We
Right.
have been through the trenches. We have been through the times where nobody looked at us. They didn't flinch. They didn't bat an eye. They didn't wink. They didn't think like, oh yeah, OKC's the guys to be fearful of. Until we showed up at the big dance and we showed them that we are the ones to talk about, to look at, to respect. We are a loud city, and you ain't gonna respect it
The ones, baby.
from the greatness and the old great
Well,
Sam Presti that we trust.
that's
Hey,
four
in
MVPs,
Presti
by the
we
way.
trust.
That's
Shout
four
In
out to
Presti
Sam
MVPs.
we
Presti.
trust.
If they can have a co MVP, he would get it.
Hey, guess who in the chat? Guess who in the chat? Andy, bro.
Hey,
Andy in the
Andy.
chat.
Hey,
Hey, what's good, Andy?
what's up, man?
Hey,
So
yes,
Bro,
sir.
that's
Hey, what
four
you got? What you
MVPs,
got,
by
Red
the way.
Man? Talk your shit about back-to-back MVP, bro.
Well deserved, well deserved. I mean, like what y'all was saying, honestly, it wasn't close. There was no conversation. I think the closest player, like Chris nailed it on the head, would have been Jokic, because dude did average a triple double. Kind of teetered off towards the end a little bit, and obviously the Thunder separated. But there was just so many different things that Shea did to show that he was the MVP. They said earlier today, I think Shams reported that the Thunder was like third in the league in terms of players missed due to injury.
Yeah, yeah.
And on
I think
top
they
of
said
us not
64% of their games or
yeah,
something
and
like
on
that.
like on top of that, the second best there's our second best player, J Dub, not being there most of the season, pretty much all the season, and SGA just went out there, didn't make no complaints. It was just all about business, and he just hooped, and he showed why he was the real MVP. I mean, facts. And then Sam Presti, like you said, Dave. I mean, this dude, Sam Presti, has earned the right. I told you this that last time, Jay. The other time I told you this. He's earned the right for no Oklahoma City Thunder fan to ever
Yeah,
question
yeah,
his
yeah,
moves
yeah,
or his motives.
yeah,
I
yeah.
told Jay, I said, I don't care if this dude later down the line come out and say it's time to trade Shea. If this man say it's time to trade Shea, then damn it, it's time
Ah,
to trade Shea. That's how much faith I got in this
yeah.
man, Sam Presti. Now, with that being said, this man
Yeah.
better not
He
trade Shea,
bet
because
not.
he
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 bet
gonna end
not.
up fired. He gonna end up
Yeah,
fired
yeah.
just like this man Nico Harris. But I
I
say
don't
that
know.
to prove
I don't know.
that,
Hold on.
that
Hold on. There's a world where he doesn't get fired. If we either create another MVP or we're still in contention, he doesn't get fired, bro.
well,
He doesn't get
that's
fired.
what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I say all that to prove a point to where this dude has earned the total faith of every loyal Oklahoma City Thunder fan to never question any of his moves or his motives. This dude has the best eye for talent, as Kendrick Perkins would say. This dude knows basketball, and I mean, hey. Shay, back to back
You want to know what's
MVPs. Also.
crazy? Is during the Celtics,
He also won Clutch Player of the Year too, by the way.
well, he's
Yeah.
about to win Western Conference MVP. He's gonna go on that run again. And will he be the
Mhm.
first back-to-back
Clean
2K
sweep.
cover athlete?
Might as well,
Could he?
dude.
Ooh,
Wow,
They
I know,
crazy if they
right?
don't
ooh,
recapitalize on
I
that.
know,
ooh.
right?
Could
Look, hey, listen to this list of players with back to back MVPs. And this just goes to show you that the level, as they say, there's levels to this. This just goes to show you the level that SGA is on. Michael Jordan, back to
yeah.
back MVPs. Uh, LeBron James, back to back MVPs. Jokic, back to back MVPs. Giannis, back to back MVPs. Steve Nash, back to back
Bro, I
MVPs.
can't even believe Steve Nash won back-to-back MVPs.
I mean
That was
I
crazy.
that's a
can.
discussion for another day, but nonetheless, history
That's
states that
crazy.
he back to back MVPs. I mean, the list to be on a list with those type of players shows you the level of greatness that he's on.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
for
for
real.
sure. And I
I'm
Steph
I'm,
mean,
Steph
I,
Curry, back to
yeah,
back
I'm,
MVPs.
yeah,
yeah, I'm with you on that.
You
for
know,
real.
Yeah, he definitely
they're
can get the
just
conversation
just
after
not.
this.
And then what's even more wild if you go on a list of players that have one league MVP, and now Shea has more league MVPs than them. That list is even crazier, believe it or not. He has more league MVPs than Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
You know what
which
I'm saying?
which is I won't say disrespectful, but definitely Kobe should have had more than that.
I mean,
Bro, Steve
he has
Nash
more.
Nah, nah,
literally has one of Kobe's, but
yeah, he
I'll let you.
does.
I'll let you.
He
Yeah,
does.
I
He
mean,
does.
like I
Yeah,
said, that's a different conversation and we can debate that. But in terms of what history says, he
Yeah,
has more MVPs than Kobe
yeah,
Bryant. He
yeah. Than a
has
lot of
more.
people.
He has more MVPs than Dirk, more
and Kevin
MVPs,
Durant and
more
Russ
MVPs than
and
Shaq,
James
more
Harden.
MVPs than Russ, more
Yeah,
MVPs than James Harden, more
yeah,
MVPs than KD. I mean, the list of players, Hakeem Olajuwon, the
yeah,
Yeah,
list of players of MVP, more MVPs that he has is even more crazier list of guys that have gone back to back when you think about it.
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
mean, when we
So
look at this
this
back
is
to
the
back list,
level that SGA is on.
well, when we talk about this back to back list, I mean, these are not just players, but these are cornerstone NBA players. When you talk about a Michael Jordan, you talk about a Magic Johnson, you talk about Larry Bird, Wilt, Kareem. These are Tim Duncan, LeBron, Steph Curry. These are people, and even down to Jokic. These are all people that the NBA have said, yeah, that's our guy. Like
That these
when we want to present the NBA, that's our guy. This is the guy that's not going to allow this league to die.
Yeah. I mean, you look at that list right there,
bro.
other than maybe Steve Nash and who is that? Moses Malone.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Bro,
All those other players, these are all players that they are considered like top 10, top
Steve
15
Nash,
all-time
Steve
greatest
Nash,
if he
players
yeah,
of all
yeah,
time.
if he
yeah.
get another ring and another Finals MVP, I'm pushing some agendas. Y'all heard it.
Top
Y'all
10
heard it
all
here
time.
first. I'm
What you
pushing. I'm
got, Dave?
pushing.
What you think?
I'm
Top 10
pushing
all
some.
time?
I'm pushing some agendas. I'm
Oh,
Oh
telling you
yeah,
okay.
that's
that.
what I'm saying. He gonna definitely be in
So
the conversation
if
for
he,
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
gonna
top 10 all
definitely.
time for
I
sure.
want to
we
hear Hall of
pushing.
Fame talk. We need to hear
Hey,
Hall of
people,
Fame
Hall of
talk.
Fame?
Hall of
I'm
niggas
not
Fame
be
Oh,
mad at
talk.
he's
Hall of
mad at me,
Fame.
definitely
bro.
Hall of Fame.
Niggas
Hall
gonna
of
be
That
mad
Fame
at me
talk.
conversation's
because
over
don't
with.
bring up, bro.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm not
niggas
mad
gonna
at
be
Hall
mad
of
at me
Fame.
because don't bring up no current players that have not accomplished what SGA has accomplished. And past players too, because niggas gonna be mad because I'm gonna bring up some conversations.
So he
I'm gonna
moves
be
Charles.
pushing some
Does has
agendas.
he already moved Charles Barkley out the way?
I mean, he
Oh,
has a ring. He has an
yeah,
MVP.
he has a
I,
ring. I mean,
I
yeah,
he
mean, I
got
mean, rings
two,
ain't
two
everything,
three.
but
MVPs,
rings are definitely a bonus.
two
But I have
MVPs.
to. But I have to say,
Add
if he
Charles Barkley to that list of players with only one league
He better
so
than
MVP.
Reggie Miller.
So check this out.
Yeah,
Check
he's
this out.
definitely
If it
better than
ended
Reggie.
today for SGA and he didn't win a ring, like I honestly, I could put SGA in a top 50 conversation, like top 50 to 30 conversation if it ended today. But if he gets another ring and Finals MVP, man, you talking about a list that's impeccable. And like I
That's
said,
LeBron
don't even,
category.
I
That's
mean,
Jordan category.
bro.
he definitely
Hey,
jumps
wait,
into the
time out.
top 20,
To be
top
fair,
15.
hey, Shea is 1-0 in the finals, bro.
Exactly. He
And look
he
at how
doesn't
old
have a
he is
losing
too. Look
record.
at the
He
the
don't have a
28,
losing
longevity of his
record.
career.
28, and he 1-0 in the finals.
Yeah,
Hey,
he don't
Andy
have a
said, is he
losing
better
record.
than AI? Because AI goes top 20. We know
Yeah,
AI is
he's
top 20.
yes, he's better than AI. He passed AI last year. I'm gonna keep it real.
When he
He
got the
passed
ship,
AI last
when
year.
he got the ship.
When he got the ship
Yeah,
and
yes,
that
sir.
and
Okay.
that and that MVP, he passed AI last year when he got that chip and the MVP in the same year. Like honestly, like people, a lot of people was mad at me because of what I was saying last year when he swept the awards last year. Like
Yeah,
because niggas couldn't bring certain niggas to me then when he did that. Because I'm
yeah.
like, well, he didn't do that. This player didn't do that. This player didn't do that. And now I'm gonna call out Bleacher Report because Bleacher Report
Oh,
did the
here we go.
redraft for that year,
Here we
right?
go.
They did the they did the redraft of that year, and they took Shea at number 1 over Luka, and Luka at number 2. But after SGA won the championship last year and Finals MVP, and they did a top 100 all-time list, SGA wasn't even on the damn top 100 list. But you know who was there? Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
But they apparently now they'll choose him in a draft first over Luka. So what the hell does
They
that tell you
pandering, bro.
now these
They
days?
pandering. They
I'm not,
pandering.
bro. I'm
But you
not
got to
letting
think
stuff like
about
that because you
what
got to take responsibility for you.
what
They made this list after he won those awards and
but
won a
what
ring last year.
but what Shea did this year is even more amazing than how they got to where they went last year. Because this year he didn't have a full roster. He damn near played all them games by himself. But we can point this to Sam Presti. He put this team together to make, and we still got niggas that ain't playing for real. We still got Thomas Sorber, who's a lottery pick, by the way, who hasn't got to play yet. Fucking Topic, bro, is amazing. Who ain't really got to hoop yet. And we got a 12th pick coming up too. Come on, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I
And
hope
by the
they
way,
go.
wasn't J-Dub a 12th round pick? I mean, a 12th
pick.
pick?
He was the 12th pick.
Yep,
I
another
think
lottery
Topic,
on
I
the way.
think Topic was the 12th pick too.
Topic was a 12th pick. So imagine what we. Hey, and wasn't James Harden like 13 or 15 somewhere off in there?
No. He was
like-
3.
Yeah, he was like,
James Harden was 3.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
after Blake Griffin. I want to say
Yeah.
like right after Blake Griffin.
Yeah. He was 3.
All
Yeah,
right.
but nah, he's definitely picked up. Sam Press has definitely picked up good players around that. I mean, Steven Adams was around that range. Serge Ibaka was around
Verse is
there.
nice.
Was around that range.
Verse is nice.
You
Yeah.
know, Jay, as y'all mentioned, J-Dub, you know,
What was
was
Andre
around
Roberson?
around that range. I'm not too
Even Terrence
sure.
Ferguson and
We don't speak on Andre Roberson.
Yeah, Terrence Ferguson, who showed a lot of promise, was around that range. You know.
Perry Jones did
He
back at one
just
point.
kind of fizzled out, bro. He just kind of fizzled out.
Bro,
Yeah,
we
but
didn't get what
he had moments.
Jones did.
Poku, who
No.
also showed a lot of
He
promise.
did. Giddy. What was
It
Josh
was better
Giddy?
than to beat. It was
What was
better than
Josh
to
Giddey?
beat.
Giddy
Bro,
was
was Sheen
6.
to beat?
Bro, it was better than what to beat did for
I
us.
remember Sheen. So here's my thing. So big shouts out to him for going back to back, bro. It was a foregone conclusion. We knew this at least when 70% of the season was wrapped up. Like it was no question, unless OKC just fell off the map. It was no question that. And honestly, if we would have fell off the map, I think you still give it to SGA because he was gonna bring it every night, bro. Think about game 4 of that Lakers series. Had been having not the greatest series all 3 games prior to that, and then he got his average. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So big shouts out to him. It feels so good to be in this position. I never understood the burdens of being a winner, bro. I never understood the burdens of being at the top of the food chain, but now I get it. And I love the hate. I love opening threads and opening Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and seeing the hate, bro. I love people crying about the fouls that we're getting. I love people crying about how physical we are. I love people crying about, you know, what's crazy is they said we wasn't going to do nothing because we didn't change our roster. But here's my thing. Why would you do that? Why would you change your roster?
We don't have
we
to.
literally
No,
want to
y'all
ship.
need to change y'all's roster.
Exactly.
Hey,
Y'all got to
hey.
get back to the drawing board. We the defending champs.
And to your point about the free throws, tell me why the Thunder actually of the remaining teams left, and even prior to these last few teams being eliminated, pretty much the whole postseason, we're actually ranked, like dead last or one of the last teams in terms of free throw attempts. So we actually are not getting the calls that people are so-called saying that we're getting the calls.
Hey, I told y'all. What did Shay say? I don't need it. I don't need it.
I mean, there obviously has to be.
There's an agenda. The refs have an agenda as far as, you know, they tired of teams complaining about the us, I guess, getting a favorable whistle. So they definitely have not called the normal stuff that us as Thunder fans are accustomed to seeing them call. I mean, Shea, you know, granted, Shea can be a bit exaggerative, but you know, he's getting hacked, bro. I mean, he's getting hacked, and they not calling it. They not calling it.
The thing is about Shea, he's still trying to make the bucket. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, he's still
Well,
trying to make the bucket. Go ahead,
well,
Chris.
well, the big thing is he's not doing it no more than any other superstar on any given NBA night that we see on a weekly basis. And
Yeah,
this was the big point that I was driving last time is because Shea's a winner, because Shea has a ring and he's an MVP. I think that a lot of these haters they go into the games looking for it and they're foul watching. When you sit back and look at a game and you're not just watching a game, you're foul
yeah,
watching.
yeah,
Let me analyze the very first foul of the game. Let me try to analyze every single foul call, and then we watch and we see a Stephon Castle who's doing the same exaggerative
yeah.
foul baiting and selling, and it doesn't get the hits. Wemby, you barely
Bro,
tap him,
why is this seven
and
foot
he's
nigga
flopping and
flopping,
fill,
bro?
and he's
What are we
flopping and
talking
filling.
about here?
So the huge issue is the hypocrisy, right? That's the huge
Yeah,
issue. Not that
yeah,
it happens. The huge issue is the hypocrisy that there's somebody on any given basketball play up and
yeah.
down the court on any given night
It's part of
who
the game,
may
bro.
exaggerate, sell,
It's
flop,
part of the
or
game.
sell a foul call.
Yeah.
But SGA is the only one that's paying these niggas bills, and that's really
Because
why it's getting
they
engagement.
hate that a
So
small market team is getting this much light, that we have literally the best player for 2 years in a row in the league. If Shea was a part of the Lakers, you wouldn't hear anything. If Shea
no,
They
was a
would
all
part
the
of
they would
reason
love this
Luca.
man.
if Shea
They would
All
was
the
a
love this
part of
reason
man.
Luca.
Boston, if Shea was in Boston, if Shea was in San Antonio, if he was in any of these, if he was in Chicago, if he was in Miami, if he was in any of New York, nigga, you wouldn't hear nothing if he was in New York.
Yeah.
So that
I
is the
mean, because
problem.
look no further than
They think
Brunson.
that we do not deserve somebody like Shea, and because he's not a part of their team, this is the way that they're going to act. But look, one of the biggest things is coming up. We got the NBA and the basketball world got exactly what they were looking for. We got the Thunder versus the Spurs in the conference finals. Day, I'm going to start with you. How do you feel that this is going to turn out? What are we looking for? Are we sweeping these boys? Are we going game 7? How are you feeling? Because there's people in this stream. I'm not going to tell you who. There are people in this stream that are kind of nervous of us playing the Spurs. And I kind of want to know how you feel. And those people are not me. Okay? But go ahead. How you feeling? What you think about this, bro?
I'm feeling confident in saying that we wouldn't give them more than one. We won't give them more than one just because
Ooh, okay.
our
That's bold.
scheming and
What's your bold take of the day?
our
All
game
right.
planning and off how we play our different play style all 4 quarters. It's like every quarter is like a different game.
Yeah.
The way we play, the way we plan, our playbook is deep, and we have guys only coming back. Speaking to your point you made earlier, the fact that we haven't had every guy, every starter, healthy for the most part, and
Yeah.
now that we are about to get all our guys back, man,
Yeah.
you guys, they can't plan for this, and the Spurs have not been to this stage with Wemby. Like this is the furthest that they're really going, so they're learning as they're going. They're drawing their plan and their path as they're going along. We just came from the big dance last year. We're the
Right.
defending
Right.
champs.
I like
Y'all
that.
got to bring the
We
fight
the
to
defending
us.
champs.
We the
Exactly.
champs. So we're going to play our game.
Exactly.
We're going to play our style. We're not nervous. We don't have nothing to be scared about. We're
I
not
like
even
that.
sweating. Those guys are
Yeah.
back there making TikToks, dancing in the locker room. They
Because
like, all right,
we
y'all
know we the
ready?
big dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, we finna go
Yeah.
knock them dead.
They
I mean, the
painting their
game might be
nails and
close.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, the
You know
game
what I'm
might be
saying?
close for about a quarter or two, and then we wrap it up in the fourth, and then everybody's standing in for the same interview, no matter
Yeah.
who gets interviewed, and then
I
we
like
being
that.
humble. We standing there with the towels. We ready for the next game. We just high fiving. We almost playing like a church league. We almost come down the court, make a shot, dap each other, say praise the Lord, run back and get on defense. That's the style that we have, man. We are
Hey,
classy.
no, I'm with that, bro. I
Classy winners, man. That's
thank
why
you
they
so
hate us.
much.
That's why
Thank you
they hate
so
us.
much for bringing this fresh perspective.
That's why they think
in
we
here.
boring, because they really think we boring. That's what
They do,
they
because and you know what? The funny thing is, they said that the reason why they
Yeah.
think we're boring is because we're winning,
Yeah.
and that makes us boring, and it feels so good. Yo, Chris, tell me how do you think this series is going to go? It has been announced that J-Dub will be back for game 1. What does the addition of J-Dub give us? How do you see this playing out for us, man?
I think that Shea is I think that he's happy right now and he's excited to really get out there and cook for the simple fact that J Dub takes a lot,
A
and I
lot.
mean a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
pressure off of Shea. The things that we were able to survive through with the Lakers series, you're definitely not going to be able to do that in this series where you kind of threw two and three people at Shea. When you got a big body like J Dub, who's a slasher, I mean, go ahead and throw two and three bodies on Shea if you want to, and you'll
Right.
have that big body
Yeah.
coming
What
down
is
there.
6'4"?
Slash a J Dub,
Yeah, 6'4",
man, J Dub
6'5".
probably like 6'6", 6'7", somewhere in
Let me
there.
see. I
But
could. I had to do it. I had to do it.
I got you. But but yeah, no, I think it's gonna be incredibly different. Now, I am one of the ones who, I am a little bit nervous as it
Six
pertains.
five, 6'5",
He's six
six
five.
five. Though
Okay.
he personally says he's 6'6". So
So
yeah,
I'm
With
gonna take
shoes
his
on.
word for it, six
right.
six. So
Yeah, I'll take 6'6".
I am a little bit nervous. As we know, that team has had our number in the regular season,
They
albeit
have.
we need to throw out there the third most injured team throughout the whole entirety of the season. So a lot of our pieces we didn't have, and I think we may have had AJ Mitchell for only one of those games. And guess if we won or lost that game. So
So here's one of my
these are
biggest
going to
things
be,
when it comes to that though. Like
yeah, yeah,
AJ Mitchell was averaging 25, 24, somewhere about that.
yeah,
What
yeah.
is it extra that J Dub really gives us, Red Man, when we're talking about
Hold on,
taking
I
out
got to get my
AJ Mitchell?
prediction before he
Oh,
gets
no,
there.
no, I got you. I'm
Okay,
just
okay,
piggybacking
okay,
off of what you're
okay.
talking about.
All right, I got you.
But what extra? Just stay on this point, Red Man. What extra does J Dub give us that AJ Mitchell didn't? Because I mean, the point production was there.
I mean, J Dub, like Chris mentioned it, he just brings a whole different dynamic to the game. I mean, like you said, being able to take the pressure off Shea, being able to be that secondary and sometimes primary playmaker and scorer. It just he makes the game so much easier for Shea, and it makes the game so much harder for opposing teams because Shea has, excuse me, J Dub has proven himself as we know him to be an all star and an all NBA caliber and all defensive caliber player. He impacts the game that much in all kind of different ways. He makes the game so much easier per se and so much harder for teams to game
Yeah.
plan against the Thunder because now you can't just send a whole bunch of bodies towards Shea because now you have somebody else who's able to, kill you if that's something that you want to do. Remember, this is a guy that dropped 40 points in the NBA Finals. This ain't
When we
just
need
some,
him. When we
yeah,
need him.
that just ain't just some guy, that's just, the second best player because, he just happens to be the second best player on the team that's not talented. This is a very talented, very deep roster. So for him to be the second best player on this team is actually saying a lot when we know he could easily go to a lot of these other teams and probably be the best player on the team. And so
Yeah.
J Dub, and then not to mention defensively, being able to guard positions 1 through 5, the physicality, his length,
One
and
through five?
also he can guard 1 through. We've seen him guard
Definitely
Joker.
can.
They matched him up against Wimby
Was
and
locking
one
them
or two of them.
down.
That's
He
not
can.
true. Let me
He's
tell y'all
shown.
something. That's not
He's
true.
shown that he can guard 1 through 5 when called upon. Granted, it's not going to be like an excessive amount, but when called upon, he has shown for certain points at a time in the game that he can guard all 5 positions on the floor, and then also too. The attitude that he brings to the game. That's another thing, like that
It's different.
swagger, that
Yeah.
that dog, that
Yeah, he
grit.
mean. Yeah,
You
he
know what I
mean.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
He brings a
Woo, woo,
certain
woo, woo,
kind
woo.
of
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
element from an attitude perspective that also that everyone can kind of feed off of and galvanize off of. So Jada being thrown into the mix, I mean, it's a totally different Thunder team when J Dub's there. Totally
So
different.
Chris, My thing is, you said J Dub is a slasher, and I like that point because I don't believe AJ Mitchell really slashed to the bucket like that. The one thing that AJ Mitchell was great at was getting his own shot, which I personally feel like he might be a little bit better at that than J Dub. I've seen J Dub get locked up a few times, not really locked up by the player, but just his own thing. That's just kind of J Dub would do that. But when we talk about our predictions, how do you see this going, Chris?
So yeah, like I was saying, I am one of those ones that's a little bit nervous about this for the simple fact that they've had our number. I actually last year, a lot of people thought we were going to steamroll over the Pacers, and I had Pacers. I actually had us winning in 7 in those finals.
Okay. They played just like us. The Pacers played exactly like us. Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Chris, where'd you go?
No,
Oh, there you
no,
go. Go ahead,
am
bro.
I still there?
Yeah, go ahead.
My bad. Yeah, so it was a so looking back at that, I can say that I did accurately because I said Thunder in 7, and that did go to
All right,
7
let's see if
games.
you can go 2 for 2. What you
I'm gonna
got?
show. I'm gonna show. I am going to say Thunder in 7. I think that
Mm.
I think that people shouldn't be too surprised if the Spurs are able to get 3, but I'm saying that if there is a game 7, like we blow the Spurs out, like at home, like we
Yeah,
blow them
game
out.
7 will be at home. Yeah.
Similar like to Denver last season, where we had a game 7, but it wasn't even close. Like we blew them out,
Mm-hmm.
and we clearly showed we were the better team. So that's where I'm leaning. That's where
I
I'm
don't know,
going.
man. I
Thunder
think
in
you got to
7.
put a little bit more respect on the fact that we are the defending champs.
Yeah.
Red man, what
I
you got,
mean,
man?
I
What
mean,
you got, Red
yeah.
man? How does this play out?
I can't hear you. I can't hear.
Okay. Hey, Red man, get out the stream and get back in. And then you will be able to hear us. So no. I like where you're coming at, but like I said, bro, I really think you got to put a little bit more respect on the fact that we the defending champs. Look, I get it. They've had our number all year, but as I've told you once before, when we
As
talking about,
soon
can you
as
hear me
I can
now,
see
Red
is
man?
Yeah,
6.
yeah, I
Okay.
got you.
Soon,
So
soon as
so
I
here's
can
my
see is
thing.
6.
Here's my thing. When we talk about them, bro, Shea didn't play that last game. J-Dub
Yeah,
didn't play every game when we
yeah.
played against the Spurs. And the first game that the Spurs beat us, they only won by 2. And I think we had the possession last. We just didn't score. So, I look at that. We were coming off a 24-game win streak. We were going to lose. It just so happened to be that we played against the Spurs. And then when we talk about the games that we lost in December, bro, we literally played them on the 23rd and the 25th. No chance to really try to get anything together. Y'all know my position on this, and I'll give it in a second. Red man, how do you feel this is going to go? What do you think that we need to do in order for this to go the right way?
Man, it's this is a very interesting series. Very interesting series. And
It's a movie. It's what the NBA fans and basketball fans really wanted. They
uh
wanted under Spurs. What'd you say?
I,
De facto championship?
this is the de facto championship, 100%. Whoever wins this finals, will definitely, more than likely
Give me
win the
some voice notes.
championship.
Give me
This is
some
the
voice.
biggest finals matchup since the Golden State, or biggest conference finals matchup, since Golden State Houston in 2018, I believe.
Who's on
And
that?
it's
Oh, that was that Chris
James
Paul and
Harden, Chris Paul,
James
and all
Harden?
of them,
Okay.
PJ Tucker, all them boys, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, in some people's eyes, this is the biggest matchup, period, since, Cavs Warriors back in their heyday. So I'm going to go 2 different routes here, because I can really see it going 2
No, this is
different
first
ways.
take. This first
Hey,
take. You
no,
can't go to
listen,
you can't do
listen,
2 routes.
listen,
This first
listen.
take.
No, listen, because I feel like I really can. I can see this Thunder winning this series as early as 5. And I know that may be a shock to a lot of people, but
I like
I
that.
really can because the
If we get
championship
those
then
first two, if we get
the
those first two, Yeah.
The championship DNA, like they said, the scheming that we do, the fact that the experience, we've been here before. We played them 5 times in the regular season. A lot of familiarity there, and so I can just and we're clicking on all cylinders, undefeated in the playoffs right now. And so, matter of fact, they said that. Um, since the beginning of since the end of February, or no, the beginning of February, I saw a stat that they said that the Thunder have only lost 1 game. Like, of course, this goes to the regular season, not including playoffs. But the Thunder had only lost 1 game from the beginning of February to the end of the season. The Spurs had lost 3. And so we're clicking on all cylinders. But on the flip side, I can see it going the distance. I can see it going 7 games because these two teams are eerily similar. The way that they're built from the ground up is eerily, and it's funny because Sam Presti comes from the San Antonio tree and the San Antonio system and the way that they do things. So it makes so much sense that both teams will build their teams nearly identical. You got you got Chet, you got Wemby. You got Stephon Castle. There's J-Dub. There's De'Aaron Fox. There's SGA. There's Keldon Johnson coming off the bench for the Spurs. There's Alex Caruso coming off the bench for us. They got Julian Champagnie. We have Isaiah Joe.
Oh, how you say his name? You said Champagne. That's how you say it.
Yeah, Champagnie. And so the teams are so. It's literally almost looking identical into a mirror. I don't think, and one of y'all, I can't remember which one of y'all said. One of y'all mentioned that the Pacers were like the Thunder, and I disagree with that per se. I don't necessarily.
They play
I don't necessarily. I don't necessarily think the Pacers were like us. The Pacers were a team that executed their offense very well. They knew how to move the ball. They knew how to pass the ball. And if there was one way to beat the Thunder, you couldn't just go one-on-one with us. You had to execute your offense. You had to hit the open man. You had to hit the open man. You had to hit open shots. And the Pacers did that to perfection. And that's how they were able to push us to the distance. The Spurs, on the other hand, stylistically, personnel wise, I mean, it's almost identical. And so I can see it going either way. I really can. But either way, it's going to be a fun series. De facto championship. Whoever wins this series will more than likely win the NBA championship.
So you said it can go as early as 5, or it can go as long as 7. Is that kind of what the two options you got?
Yeah, I don't see a sweep, and I don't necessarily see a situation where it goes only 6 games neither. I literally see either 5 or 7.
So here's my thing. I got them going 6 just because I got to put respect on the Thunder's name again. Like we talked about beforehand, nigga, we the champs at the end of the day, and we shouldn't have to figure out shit. You know what I'm saying? They got to figure it out. You got to knock us off the mountain. And with that being, I don't care that y'all have beat us 4 times in the regular season. The playoffs are different. Matter of fact, the playoffs are more in our favor because we get to be a little bit more physical. And what I need is Chet Holmgren to man the fuck up. That's the way we're going to win this series. If Chet mans the fuck up and remembers how he won that championship, or the U17 championship they're talking about, all of this is coming back. If you remember, Chet only had 10. I don't need Chet to be Chet that won us those games with the Lakers. I don't need Chet to put up 24. All I need Chet to do is have about 10 points, stop Wemby from getting extra rebounds. Yeah. Go ahead and go for a double-double where you got 10 and 20. I'm okay with that. And throwing about 3 elbows. That's the stat sheet I need you to have.
3 elbows.
Make sure you keep Wemby from around the rim. Keep him as a jump shooter. Because if you keep Wemby out from around the rim, iHeart is going to pick up those rebounds. Lou Dort is going to pick up those rebounds. J-Dub is going to pick up those rebounds. And that is what we need. Watching these niggas play the Timberwolves, nigga, they won by getting 7 possessions in 1 possession. 7 second chance shots, 5 second chance shots. Why? if you go and watch these games, Wemby only had like one or two standout games. Bro, 19 points is not standout. You did your job. And for you to be the guy on the Spurs, 19 ain't enough. I'm sorry. I'm not going to take that. You being the guy, you need to put up 30. You need to put up 40. You
Yeah,
need to
40.
put up 50. Putting up 19 does not scare me. And if we stop hit the biggest thing, Stephon Castle was putting up 30 points. And we know he not like that against us. But the problem is Wemby brings so much gravity. Everybody wants to guard Wemby that it leaves other people open so he can have a triple-double. No, Chet, one-on-one that man. Not offensively, but defensively. One-on-one that man, and we will win this game.
Yeah.
Why do you think the Timberwolves was able to slap them in the face? Because Rudy Gobert kept that nigga away from the rim. For whatever reason, he couldn't do it, and it's because he could not guard him on the perimeter.
Yeah.
And then they tried to put Julius Randle, and he too little. They tried to put Nas Reed, he too little. Nigga, we got 4 if they let what's his name? Carson, if they let him play. We got 4 7-footers. 4.
Bro, we
4
won't
7-footers.
we won't
Come
see
on.
Brandon Carlson this round, but nevertheless, we don't need him. So here's the thing, Wimby, come on, Rudy Gobert can only do so much. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? He can't
Yeah.
be in the game 100%, and he's a negative on offense.
Yeah,
So
he's an offensive liability. Real talk.
so I mean, Wemby is actually going to go against way more big bodies, way more bodies that's going to be able to guard him. I mean, even one of our shortest guards can guard him,
Yeah.
and Alex Caruso. I don't necessarily want to see Alex Caruso and J Dub on him that much, but we do
No,
know we
because
have
he can
them in our
shoot
back
over them.
pocket.
And it's not just his threes. Mid-range, bro, he's money if he if he has a Caruso on him.
Yeah.
Mid-range, he's money if he has a J-Dub on him. Like I said, iHeart needs to step in there and put his hand up. Jay Will, who did a great job on Nikola in that series last year. I need Buddy to be playing up because he's tall enough to be playing up on Wemby. I need Chet again. This is about Chet. I know a lot of people say, well, you don't need to go in and make it one-on-one. I'm not telling him to make it one-on-one offensively. You can't go bucket for bucket or band for band for Chet. It ain't gonna work. I mean,
Chet
for
just
Wemby,
needs-
it ain't that. Play
Yeah,
your game and take defense personal. That's the way we win this series, and I'm calling it in 6. I would love to see it in 5, but they do have Wemby at the end of the day. And Wemby is a walking anomaly. I'm sorry to say it. Somebody that is 7'5" can pull up from 30, can dunk on your head if you are 7'3", Chet. Come on. But think about it. What did Shaq do to Yao? He embarrassed Yao. Even though he was shorter, he embarrassed Yao. Now, granted, Yao did not have the ball skill that Wemby had. Okay. Wemby is a much taller version of AD. And if y'all know AD, y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. AD was a guard for most of his life until he got a growth spurt. And that paid dividends in that 2020 championship. So Wemby is a walking anomaly. Yes, I will give him that. And De'Aaron Fox can hit shots. So what the Thunder have to do is stay at home. If y'all don't know it by now, I am a coach. So I understand these things. Our guards have to stay home and allow Chet and allow iHeart and allow J-Dub and allow Brandon Carlson to do their job. That's what has to happen. I don't know if Brandon going to get any game
Jay
time.
Will. Jay Will.
Jay Will. Yeah, my fault. Not J-Dub, but Jay Will. If that happens and you make them shoot contested threes, we win this game. But we cannot get caught like how we almost got caught in game 4 against the Lakers, like how we almost got caught in game 3 against the Lakers. You cannot get caught with your pants down and them throwing the weak side pass to the open 3-man in the corner on the wing because they will hit them bitches.
Yeah. Ultimately, I mean, I think ultimately, if we can keep a lid on Wemby, a lot of Wemby's success was predicated on a lot of, these past 2 series, the Blazers and the Wolves just not really being able to protect the paint. I mean, Wemby's getting these open screen and pick and rolls, open lanes to the baskets. But we actually have the bodies on the Thunder and iHeart and Chet that can be there. We actually have real rim protectors. I know
That's
Rudy
true.
Gobert is a rim protector, but when he doesn't have another big body with him, you know what I'm saying? He's limited as well because he can't roll as quick. You know what I'm saying? But if you got Chet and iHeart on the floor at the same time, Wimby's just not going to have those type of free lanes and free pick and rolls to the basket that he was normally used to these last
Well,
couple
like I
games.
said,
That's
I
all I
don't even
see.
believe that
Or
that's
series.
his biggest threat. His biggest threat is extra possessions and
Yeah.
finding the open
But
man
even
when the
that,
entire defense, finding the open man when the entire defense collapses.
yeah,
That is
yeah.
his strengths. The other thing that we have to do as a Thunder is hit our shots. When I went and watched us on the Christmas Day game, Alex Caruso was not hitting shit. And it was Shea against the Spurs. And we have to stop De'Aaron Fox from hitting those shots. I'm going to give y'all this last and final chance if y'all want to change it. Chris, you still got it in 7?
Yeah, I got Thunder at 7. I
Thunder
got
in
it 7.
7. Dang,
I got it
what you
7.
got?
Man, yeah, I might give us 6.
6?
Probably, if and Wemby has to be healthy too. That's another thing.
Okay.
He has to be healthy. He has to stay in it. He can't get ejected. No,
The
none
good
of that.
thing
They got to be
about
perfect.
the good thing about the playoffs is they allow you to be physical. So I need that big body of iHeart to really put it on them. Pause. But I really need that big bout of iHeart to really put it on. Bro, Cameron was saying pause on First Take live.
Yeah, I know,
I'm
right?
surprised that nobody
That's
tapped him on the
crazy.
shoulder, bro. It's crazy.
That's the end of New
But
York and him. He can't help himself.
he can't help it. But yeah, I need iHeart to really put some and Jay Will as well. I really need them to be physical with him. And Caruso, yeah, get underneath him, but I don't think the difference with Nikola was Nikola couldn't move. Red man, I'm gonna give you this chance. You got to pick one. Either you go into 5 or you go into 7. This is First Take. This is Rumble House. This is Rumble House. What you got, bro?
Yeah, I'm going with Chris on this. I'm going OKC in 7.
Okay,
That's
see
what
at
I feel
7.
in my feel in my gut.
Okay, and I gotta go 6. I believe that we're gonna get our 2. I think that they're gonna get their 2, and then at that point we're gonna win at home again, and we're gonna get that last one at home. It is hard to close somebody out at their house, but I think that's actually. Let me rephrase. I think we're gonna get our 2. We're gonna get 1 at their house. They're gonna get 1, and then when they come back, we're gonna get that last one. I think that
So
because
Thunder in
I think,
5. You got
huh?
Thunder in 5. Is that in 5?
Does that make 5, 2, 3?
No, that's 6. You said it
That's
right.
6. Yes.
He's saying we'll get the first 2 and then we'll split the next
Yeah, we'll
2
split the next 2.
and
And
then
then,
we'll win game 5 at home
yeah,
and then win game 6 on the road.
yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think we got. Yeah, I like that. No, bro, that's
That's
too
5.
many.
That's
Hey,
No?
that's
5.
too many. No, see, that's what I
Win the
get.
first
See,
2,
2
look,
4,
split.
5,
look, that's what I
6.
get. Hey,
Win
that's
the
what I get
first
for
2 at
trying to.
No,
home.
you
That's what I
said
get for
2,
trying to
and
be
then
too
you said
technical.
4,
Give
then
me a
5,
second.
6.
That's what I get for trying to be too technical. Because technically, we would win game 6.
To close
Yeah,
it,
6 would be there.
closing it. Yeah.
Can I really say that we're gonna close them out at their house
Yes, I
on
believe
game
they
in
will. I
game
believe
6?
we will. Because
After
the
they
2
get
that they're going to
2?
get are going to be
Yeah,
sneaky,
I'm with it.
sneaky
I'll stay with that.
wins.
Yeah, I'll stay with that. Hey, y'all, that's been a wrap. Big shouts out to the Hip Hop Corner. Big shouts out to Rumble House Sports for coming in, man. Hey, Red, man, we really appreciate you for coming in with us and giving your sports expertise, man. Anytime we talk sports, we love to have you on the panel with us. Day, the original, the OG Hip Hop Corner member, man. You know we love it every time you're able to step in with us and talk some real shit and give your opinions. Chris, you already know what it is, baby. Cruise Hip Hop Corner all day, every day to the day we die. Y'all know it is your host, measly old me, Jay, the voice of the streets, the voice that CHH need and really get on these niggas, baby. Y'all know what it is. We got shit coming and we gonna stay real. We locked out and locked in until we ain't in. Y'all know what it is. It's the crew, baby, and we are outie. Yes, sir.